Hello everyone. Today I will explain difference between a simple web application and a web database application. If you have some static content to be displayed like text and few images etc., you can directly build web pages and put them on a web server. Most commonly used web server today is Apache. As you can see on the screen, a client is requesting a web page from the web server and web server replies back to the customer with a HTTP response. So this is a very simple setup on how clients can access the web server, and as you can see on the screen now, this is how a simple web page looks like. There is not much content, simple text and some few links where the customer can directly click and access those services that he's looking out for. But most of the today's services are provided by web database applications. Web-based email, shopping, news portals, etc. are all database-driven services. Now, as you can see on the screen, a user requests service from the web server, and web server need to interact with the database server in order to retrieve whatever the user is requesting, and that information would be displayed on the web page. For example, there needs to be a way for the web server to communicate with the database server, and this usually is done by PHP. So with a web server like Apache and database server like SQL, we can develop the web database applications, and using PHP, this web server, when we have some SQL client installed on the web server, this web server will be able to communicate with the database server using PHP and display whatever the user is trying to access. So in other words, the end user will not have direct access to the database server. So whatever user tries to access will be displayed on the web server. The web server will communicate with the database server and display that information on the web page. So this is how the actual communication happens. Thank you very much.